The news at 10 begins now.
You're watching Alabama's WVUA News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Samika Alexander. We begin tonight in Fayette, where dozens of workers could soon be without a job. But the situation is not what you might think. The federal government is transferring the work from plants to prisons. WVUA's Jennifer Edwards has details on what this could mean for the future of workers in Fayette County in tonight's top story.
American Power Source is a private military apparel plant that has been operating in Fayette County since 2001. Operations manager Kathy Griffith says that could soon change due to federal prison industries.
It was never intended to take jobs from law-abiding citizens, but today it's evolved into a program where it's the largest manufacturer of military clothing, which is what we do. The people who are in the prisons have a wage of 23 cents to $1.15 an hour. We have to guarantee at least minimum wage.
Griffith says as their contracts run out, they're being given to prisons, which is forcing them to let people go.
Well, I've been doing this for 12 years, and this job means a lot to me because I'm a single mother too, just like a lot of others in here.
Griffith says this is the feeling of most of her employees.
If they lose this job, it's their only source of income. And here they have done everything right. They're tax paying, they're law abiding, they're coming to work, they're not trying to work off the system.
Not only will losing these jobs be a devastation to the American Power Source employees, but according to Mayor Nelson, the effects will also be felt throughout the Fayette community.
I am appalled at this. These jobs are important to our people, our families that live here, work here, and so it's unbelievable what has happened.
Reporting in Fayette County, Jennifer Edwards, WVUA News.
Now, according to Griffith, the first contract will run out on October 31st. 50 people will be let go at that time. Well, WVUA is covering Vance, where a teenager has died in a car crash. State troopers say it happened Tuesday morning on Highway 11. 19-year-old Kelsey Lauren Weaver was hit head-on by a car. Authorities say she was not wearing a seatbelt. A 16-year-old driver lost control of his vehicle on the wet pavement before the collision. He was injured and taken to DCH Regional Medical Center. According to Weaver's Facebook page, she was a 2011 graduate of Brookwood High School and was studying nursing at Shelton State. The case is still under investigation. Well, on your home team Crime Watch, a West Alabama man is recovering following a stabbing at a local apartment complex. Now, it happened around 5:15 tonight at the Bonita Terrace Apartments, which is located on Hallgrove Road East in Tuscaloosa. According to Captain Baker with the Tuscaloosa Metro Homicide, the victim was a 49-year-old male. He was transported to DCH with a stab wound to the chest. According to Baker, the suspect is 44-year-old Angela Denise Madison, who is the victim's girlfriend. She fled the scene. She was later found hiding in an outside storage room. After interviewing Madison, investigators arrested her for domestic violence assault in the second degree. She is being held at the Tuscaloosa County Jail on $5,000 bond. The victim had to receive surgery for his injuries. No word yet on his condition. And your chance to help fight crime in West Alabama. Information you have. Maybe the missing link investigators need to catch a suspect. Here's this week's Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Most Wanted.
Hello, my name is Ted Sexton, the Sheriff of Tuscaloosa County. We need your help this week in finding more Tuscaloosa County's Most Wanted. William Henry Lee Jr. He's wanted on the charge of violation of the Sex Offender Notification Act. He's a black male, 70 years of age, 5'3", 120 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, last known to be living on Johnson Road in Tuscaloosa. Amy Marie Price, wanted on the charge of possession of precursor chemicals. She's a white female, 33 years of age, 5'7", 125 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, last known to be living on Gainesville Road in Ralph, Alabama. Stephen Renard Peterson, wanted on violation of the Sex Offender Notification Act. He's a black male, 37 years of age, 5'11", 200 pounds, black hair, brown eyes, last known to be living on Kelly Road in Buell. If you have any information on these as well as others wanted by the Tuscaloosa County Sheriff's Office, please call us at 205-464-8672 or go to our website at www.tcsoal.org. You can like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. And working together, we'll continue to make Tuscaloosa County a safer place to live.
Para is hoping to receive millions of dollars in funding for their 5-year plan. The plan would bring both new softball and soccer complexes to Tuscaloosa in addition to revamping current fields. Sokol Park would be home to 14 soccer fields and Bowers Park would be home to 12 softball and baseball fields. Para's Becky Booker says she hopes the plan will bring Tuscaloosa County's recreational facilities on a level playing field with other counties in Alabama.
If we can have the championship fields, they have movable fencing, and we can play these different sports and attract new sports and larger sports events to Tuscaloosa.
Now, the plan in total is projected to cost more than $12 million. The Tuscaloosa City Council and Tuscaloosa County Commission must first commit to the funding before the project can begin. Well, last night, San Antonio Mayor Julian Castro not only made a splash, he made history. Castro became the first Latino keynote speaker at a Democratic National Convention, and it isn't a secret that both political parties are working hard to garner the Hispanic vote in America. So how are Latinos feeling here in West Alabama? WVUA's Marilyn Vaughn caught up with local Hispanic residents about how Castro's speech spoke to them.
Julian Castro's keynote speech at the Democratic National Convention brought pride to the Hispanic community.
Me siento muy orgulloso de él porque los latinos lo están tomando en cuenta. Creo que ya es tiempo.
I'm very proud of him because I think that finally Latinos are being taken notice of, and I think that it's about time.
Alabama has gotten national attention for its illegal immigration law, and some in the community fear racial profiling. But members of Somos Tuscaloosa, a grassroots organization, says this election year is a chance to bring light to the issues that face local Latino communities.
Latinos' voices are being respected, and that we are seeing our own people come out as leaders, and that our voice is being respected within what is generally this presidential election.
And many speculate whether Castro will be a presidential contender in 2016 for the Democratic Party.
Yeah, I think that Julian Castro shows a lot of promise. He definitely, it would be nice to see someone like him become a presidential candidate one day. But in the meantime, we're all going to be fighting, and he's a good example of the struggles that we're all facing.
While people are watching to see what the future holds for Castro in public office, Latinos here in the state are not taking a break from working towards being recognized.
And Julian Castro is but one example of very many of us who are struggling every day to make our voices heard.
And Ferretti says she will keep speaking until people get the message. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Marilyn Vaughn, WVUA News.
Somos Tuscaloosa was formed after the 2011 Tuscaloosa tornadoes and the HB 56 immigration law. They plan to move forward to fight for equal rights for the Hispanic community. Well, Alabamians will head to the polls in a few days to vote on the constitutional amendment referendum, and this Friday is the deadline to register. On September 18th, residents will vote on allowing hundreds of millions of dollars from a trust fund to help finance the state general fund budget. If you are choosing to vote with an absentee ballot, that deadline is Thursday, September 13th. According to Secretary of State Beth Chapman, residents can register at their local board of registrars or local state and county offices. Well, turning now to the weather, let's get a first check on Alabama's home team forecast. Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott joins us now. Richard, rather nice day out there today.
Yeah, to make a dry day, and that's really what the doctor ordered out there after the flash flooding issues we dealt with. But you notice some rain on radar, reports in Marion County, northern Lamar County. Some weakening shower storms. That trend will continue through tonight. I expect those storms to really die out before reaching the Fayette and Tuscaloosa area. Now, our bus stop forecast tomorrow morning, 73 out there. So it's going to be a mild, muggy start to the day. Also some patchy fog early in the morning. Allow a little extra time on the roadways if you need it out there. Calm wind early in the morning. Partly cloudy conditions. But what about the rain chance as we head to the weekend? How about the cooler air just after that? Your forecast is straight ahead.
Thanks, Richard. Louisiana residents are returning home nearly a week after Hurricane Isaac hit the Gulf Coast, and those who are returning are facing stifling temperatures and no air conditioning. As of yesterday, about 100,000 people along the Gulf Coast still had